Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Once again, I'm the Philadelphia Whovian. And this time I'm doing a video of some of my favorite of the Patrick Troughton era, stories. My favorite, second Doctor stories. I can't really say this like my top 5 because the truth is, honestly, guys, I haven't really seen enough of the second Doctor era to even make a top 10, I feel, just yet. I've seen about 10 of his stories, but I haven't seen all the ones that are hailed as the best of his run. And in my defense, it's not my fault. Because the fact is, the second Doctor era is plagued terribly by the fact that a lot of his episodes just, were destroyed. I think I don't know if it was poor storaging or because like there was something happened to the place where they were stored in, or they got destroyed. Either way, it's like, guys, couldn't y'all make backups to your backups? Like it's one of those things you learn over time, where when you make something where you record it, whatever you do with it, you always make a backup. But then you make a backup to the backup, and you always have that somewhere stored somewhere. So it's like it's really painful. But his first season, yeah, Second Doctor's very first season, all of his stories either are completely missing or they're partially missing. And yes, some of them have been redone, like The Power of Daleks was completely made to was completely revamped and made into an animated feature. But it's like it's not the same as when you see the live action. It's not. It's just not. So that's why I mean I love the Second Doctor, and I love all of it. I think I like almost pretty much all his companions. But it's just like, it's not the first Doctor that I admit that I went out and like, looked for episodes of, because it's just like so many of them were missing. So many of them were missing. But here are 5 episodes of the second Doctor I absolutely love. I think the first one is by Brian Hales. Let me make sure. Yes, Brian Hales. The Ice Warriors. Now, I know there are some people who don't like the Ice Warriors, but I do. Oh God, I freaking love the Ice Warriors story. And also, this story really helped me appreciate the episode in series 7 called Cold War. When I first saw Cold War, I was like, I didn't think it was terrible, but I wasn't crazy about it either. At that point, I had never seen the Ice Warriors before. Then I saw the episode The Ice Warriors. Then I went back and watched Cold War. Oh my God, knowing the history of the Ice Warriors really helped me appreciate the Cold War story, and I now really like that story a whole lot. But it's because I now know the history of the story. The monster of the Ice Warriors, the creatures, the alien species. I shouldn't say monsters, though they can be really terrible. Yes, but I like the Ice Warrior story. I like it a lot. Now, for number 4, The Web of Fear. I think it's written by 2 writers, including Henry Lincoln. Yes, Henry Lincoln and Mervyn Heisman. The Web of Fear. This episode is a miracle because I believe for the longest time it was lost, but then they somehow found it in like South Africa somewhere, like in a warehouse. Either way, it's partially missing, just like the Ice Warriors is partially missing, where they had to make, Ice Warriors, I think they did a reanimation of the episodes again. Yeah, they did. Whereas this one, they just did stills of like, shots, and they just had the dialogue over it. But this story is so good. I believe it is. It uses its environment really well. It just has a nice haunting feel. It also is taking place in London, so again uses their environment really well, and it gives me Unit again. Yes, it gives me Unit. I don't know if this was the first time Unit appeared. I'm not sure about that, but if this was the one that was like, began the foundations of Unit. Thank you so much for that. Oh, thank you. But again, this is a story where also the Great Intelligence, or I think it's called the Intelligence here, but it's the Great Intelligence, and great villain, and I'm one of those people who I liked the Great Intelligence when it came back in New Who. I like the idea of the Great Intelligence. I think it's a very, he's a very underrated villain. I like the Great Intelligence. Number 3, we've got Kit Petler. Okay, The second Doctor era was the era of the Cyberman being just such an awesome villain. And it's because it was such an awesome era of the Cybermen. Um, I'm happy that Classic Who became more Cyberman light after the second Doctor era, because it really did. Like you got like one episode in the fourth Doctor era, Revenge of the Cybermen. Thank God they did not do that again after that. Until we get the fifth Doctor era again, I believe. I think it was until the fifth Doctor era we got Earthshock, and with the third Doctor era, trying to think. The probably were Cybermen, just the memory is escaping me for the moment. Either way, I'm happy that the Cybermen were not like used to wazoo, like used to. Probably the Cybermen were in the. They probably were there. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just blanking out if the Cybermen were in the third Doctor era. I don't know why I'm blanking out. But what can you do? Either way, I'm happy that they were very Cyberman light, because again, the second Doctor era was just so good with Cybermen, and we got Kit Petler, who is the Cyberman genius. I feel, because he gave us the moon base. Like, again, quite a few Patrick Troughton stories, this is partially missing, and they reanimated the scenes that were missing, but it's still definitely worth a watch. Oh gosh. And also, I believe it is Polly. She's the one who comes up with the idea. She's like, wait, the Cybermen, their chest packs are plastic. If we use household cleaning fluids, solvents, alcohol, benzene, those things, we can kill them. And she does discover it. And I'm happy that she does. I'm really happy that she, and again, that was given to Polly. I think it's often forgotten. It's Polly who really discovered that. But the moon base, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of, like, there being a machine that controls the weather, and now the machine is on the fritz and all that. Very clever idea. Kid Petler, I think, did a very good job with the moon base. Now, this was written by Kid Petler, I believe, in someone else, but of course, this is an episode like the moon base that's given a lot of respect, but I think this is the episode that's hailed as like one of the quintessential Cyberman stories, and I love it. It's the Tomb of the Cybermen. Yes. I think it's also written by Jerry Davis, too. Yes, written by Kit Pedler and Jerry Davis. Kit Pedler, man, you knew your Cyberman stuff. And thank you, Jerry Davis. Oh, gosh. I do like this story. I very much do like it. I like the idea of it. Pretty much the majority of it, the entire thing. And the Cybermites. I think they're called or maybe they're called Cybermats. Maybe that's what they're called, those small little cyber things. Yes, but again, I like the idea of it. And the one line the doctor has, okay, the entire scene he has with Victoria about her father, that's cool. However, when he's talking, I think he's talking to Cleves. He's like, the great and powerful Cleves with the genius Cleves, you'll be worshipped amongst all men. And Cleves is like, I think the guy's name is Cleves. He's like, thank you, doctor. Yes, this is my vision. And the second doctor's like, well, now I know you're mad. I just wanted to make sure. I love it. Second that. Well, now I know you're mad. I just wanted to make sure. I love you. Okay, Patrick Troughton. Oh, I love the second Doctor so much. Oh, thank you. Now for my number one of this 5, episodes I love. I highly doubt there'll be even more episodes that, I see the Patrick Troughton era eventually that will top these 5. So I think I'd say to say that I can put these in my top 10 list whenever I make a top 10 list for him. But imagine the stories over here. I can't afford it. It's just way too expensive. And I was finally able to see it online. And it's not an overrated story. This held my attention for 8 full episodes, even when the episodes were animated. Kit Petler's, I think, it's written by somebody else, but the story was written by Kit Petler. But the screenplay was written by Derek someone, I think. The Invasion. Yes, the invasion. It is so awesome. It is so awesome. Thank you, Invasion, for existing. Oh my gosh, I love the invasion too. And it takes its time to tell a story. I'm fine with, when Doctor Who takes its time to tell a story. I'm fine when Doctor Who moves at a quick pace. I think there is no right or wrong in those situations. I like both. I love them. I love them so much. And again, I love the second Doctor in it. And I just like how, the day gets solved. And again, unit. Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. Yes! I love you, Unit. And again, I love that girl, the photographer. She's spunky, like Zoe's spunky. These two incredibly gorgeous women, and then Jamie's there. And that's another thing. Second Doctor era has in its favor, besides just Patrick Troughton as the second Doctor and very good writing in his run, and that is Jamie. Jamie is such a good companion. Not only that, but Jamie, something about him makes every companion next to him work too. He works with every of the companions he has. He works with Ben and Polly. I like Ben and Polly with him. He works with Victoria, and then he works really. I love Zoe with him too. I like all of them so very much. And Jamie, I think it's because it's Jamie. Jamie is such a great character. Jamie is just wonderful to be around. He's such a great person to, watch. So I think he's one of my favorite top, companions. I love Jamie. But those are my, five favorite when it comes to the second Doctor era. And I loved the second Doctor so much, guys. So I hope you like my list of 5 episodes from his era that I really, really, really do enjoy. And hopefully I'll have you 5 more episodes, video of 5 more episodes of his that I love later on. Right now, these are the main 5 I treasure terribly. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this top 5 list at the moment. Can change anytime. But thank you guys so much for watching. And once again, this is the Philadelphia Whovian, and you guys were awesome just for stopping by. Thank you so very much.